Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's your boy Pryoxis, and I'm back with another video. And I don't want anybody to take offense or say anything or feel like I'm saying things in a disrespectful way about Israel, the last Stylebender Adesanya. All right, this is purely based on his last fight. By the way, this fight is a pre-recorded fight, and I'm just voicing over it. And it's going to be a pretty short video, but I just wanted to talk about Izzy because I made a post on Twitter. And I said, Izzy came out to the Undertaker theme song. If you don't know who Undertaker is, he is a WWE Hall of Famer, arguably one of the most iconic wrestlers of all time. Now, he has a theme song, and if you don't know it, I'll put the link to that theme song in the description below. But, man, you know it's Undertaker. You know it's his song. All you hear is like, dum. And Izzy came out to that specific song. Now, not only did he do that, he came out with an urn. And if you don't know what an urn is something that you hold the ashes of somebody that has passed away and you cremate them. And you put their ashes in a urn. Right? He came out with the urn and it had Cannonier on it. Now, if you don't know, Jared Cannonier was Israel Adesanya's last opponent in his last fight. And when I seen that, I was blown away. And also the hype, the build up that Izzy was saying, I'm going to leave you frozen like Elsa. I know we are tired of that line. But I was so like, oh my goodness. Like, you got to come. When you come out to the Undertaker, you got to really, like, you can't go. I put it on Twitter, man. You can't go to Decision. You cannot go to Decision coming out to the Undertaker's theme song. Somebody has to be buried. And unfortunately, Izzy didn't do that. Now, again, I understand Izzy wants to win. It's not about getting the finish. But again, like I said before, if you don't think that's justified, if you don't think what I'm saying is justified, you don't really understand how iconic Undertaker is. And he came out there. I mean, he did his thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan of Izzy. I love his style. I love the kickboxing style by Izzy. But you gotta go. You gotta put him in you came out with a urn and his name was on it. That means he gotta die, big bruh. And I was just like, ugh. Like I said, Izzy did his thing, man. It was no hate. Understand that it's no hate. But again, I'm speaking solely based on his performance and not getting that finish, not putting him to sleep, to rest in peace. That's what he's supposed to do to Jared Cannonier when you come out to something so iconic. Because that walkout, I'm gonna be honest, that walkout, why everyone calls him cringe, that walkout was crazy. Izzy has some very amazing walkouts, and I don't think he gets enough respect for them, honestly. The one where he was dancing, icon, like Izzy, he has swagger, he has style, and a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people don't like that. They call him cringe. They say all these things about him, but that's what makes him him, And we talk about the fight, and we talk about, everyone says, oh, Izzy, all he does is boring fights. And can we actually talk about fighters that, don't get me wrong, Izzy fights have not been as exciting, but Izzy has just been technically kickboxing and just doing his thing. Now, can we also talk about how Izzy has put guys in a box? It's like people are biased, essentially. Let's think about what he did to Costa, right? What he did to Whitaker. Did we forget these things? Did we forget that he knocked him out? Did we forget that he battered Paulo Costa's leg and then turned around and hit him with a meanest counter, dropped him and finished him? Are we forgetting these things? Are we forgetting the war that he gave us with Gastelum? The Yoel Romero fight, I will give you guys that. But again, and I don't want to be the person to be like, oh, well, he is the dangerous opponent, because Izzy could take more chances. Izzy does use a lot of feints, utilize the low kicks, but Izzy's trying to win the fight versus trying to put on a crazy show. But by the end of Israel Adesanya's career, if he continues to go down this path of just purely winning, they will respect him. I mean, George St. Pierre. Was he the most exciting? No, not at all. He was dominant. When your career is over, they'll remember dominance. The boring fights will always talk about the boring fights, but the dominance and the legacy means more. And honestly, I'm loving what Izzy Adesanya is doing. At the end of the day, he's winning. But again, I was speaking solely based on him coming out to that specific song and not getting him up out of there, bro. Not getting him up out of there, man. But I'm not going to keep dragging along, guys. I'm going to go ahead and just, I guess, commentate the rest of this fight. If you've been watching it versus paying attention to me, you'll notice that I've been chopping this man's leg. I've been using nice head movement to evade his strikes. He has been dealing a good amount of damage to my head. But all in all, I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping, man. I'm doing my ting right now. Catch with the front kick. Then, boom. And you notice how he switched stances now. He's in his original stance. If you didn't notice, at the beginning of the fight, this guy actually switched stances into the opposite stance, and I started kicking that leg. So that right there tells me he can't fight southpaw. If you cannot fight southpaw, guys, you do not need to be using somebody that is not a southpaw fighter. Or if you do use somebody, make sure they have a very high switch stance. I'm not 100% sure what Lyoto Machida switch stance is, but once you show me that that is a weakness, I will attack it. He switched stances immediately the fight started. What did I do? Okay, download it. Let's start kicking his legs. Instantly. And now he switches back to a position where he's uncomfortable. He's uncomfortable physically as far as like how he plays the game. He's not used to pressing those buttons. Also keep in mind, when you take leg damage, your power goes down. Right? He switched stances. Your power goes down. So a lot of these things factor in to help me, win these matches. But you see here, I'm standing in a pocket, being very aggressive, and honestly, I probably should have just backed up. But I mean, at this point, I'm being cocky, and should I be doing this? No, especially with this head health. But I'm confident and being extremely cocky. Like, confidence is one thing, but cocky is definitely a key factor in this fight here. You see, I eat an uppercut clean to the chin. Boom! I catch with the pull counter, go to the body, but it does go back to his head because he ducked into the uppercut. Hit him with a roundhouse to the body. And you can see I'm consistently looking for that pull counter because he's giving it to me. He's honestly giving it to me. Slip counter, cross. I dropped him, jab, then cross to the body. And again, this is the stance where he's comfortable in this stance, but the problem is I've chopped his leg. So now, and immediately notice the second he switched back to that leg, I'm back attacking it. But once he goes to the opposite stance, what am I going to do? I'm going to focus on the body then, because I don't need to kick the other leg. I've got everything I needed out of that one leg. Boom, I drop him again, and then the hook counter dropped him and finished him. And that was that. That was that. Again, this was a one fight video, nothing too long. I'd say this is a decent sized length of video. I do know you guys are really used to me doing longer videos, but I also look at these videos to be quality. You can pump out longer videos. You could try to get a lot of watch time. You could try to get higher CPM so you get quote unquote paid more. But as long as you're pumping out quality content, you won't have to worry about needing to make longer videos in order to make more money if you are monetized on YouTube. You always want to think quality over quantity. Always remember that. And I want to go back and look at these fighter stats if I can. Here we go. And look at how I did. So there we go, right there. See if I go back to it. Oh my goodness, I'm choking. All right, so I had 5 knockdown, or I had 5 stuns / wobbles. He had 1. I had a body health event. I had 2 leg health events, and I had 6 knockdowns. All right, that's very good. Then we look at my accuracy. I threw 172 strikes and landed 81. That is very good accuracy. He threw 248, right? Almost 100 more strikes than me, and I landed, 7 more strikes than him. So very good accuracy on my part, and that's why he was low on stamina. And we was up on everything besides like the head health. Other than the head health, we was really good on everything else. But very good performance here by me. Hope you guys did enjoy this one here. Put in the comment section what you think about his performance, UFC 276 versus Jared Cannonier. If you agree with me, you agree. If you disagree, let it be known in the comment section, man. I not going to feel some type of way if you disagree with me. You know, at the end of the day, everything is opinion based, and you can say what you want, do what you want. You're a grown man or a grown woman, whichever it may be. But I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe up, and also hit the bell, turn on notifications so you get notified whenever I upload or when I stream. All right, love you guys, man. Stay up, stay blessed, keep moving forward. See you.